Hello, good morning. I'm not sure if any of you read the article. I saw it on Facebook. Someone had put the link to this Fox News article on their page about this couple in Daytona, Florida, that had been feeding the homeless, and they were given a citation. They've been feeding the homeless, I guess, for over a year, and the police came to them on May 7th and issued them a citation for feeding the homeless. So now they've been threatened with having to face a judge for this crime of feeding the homeless. And it made me think about another passage that people were doing good and were brought before judgment for it. Let me read this for you. It's Acts chapter 4. And in Acts chapter 4, if you don't know, actually in Acts chapter 3, Peter and John healed a crippled beggar and outside the temple. And so now everybody's kind of excited about this. So in Acts chapter 4, they're taken before the Sanhedrin to say, you know, you're kind of starting a ruckus. You healed this crippled beggar, which most people would say, okay, that's one less crippled beggar we have to deal with. So they were trying to encourage Peter and John to stop preaching in the name of Jesus, to stop healing people. Okay, so in verse 18, after they kind of talked to each other, and they said, well, how should we get them to stop? They're causing this ruckus, blah, blah, blah. In verse 18 of chapter 4, then they called them in again and commanded them not to speak or teach at all in the name of Jesus. And that's how that healing was performed, was in the name of Jesus. And this feeding that was taking place in Daytona, the feeding of the homeless, was done in the name of Jesus. The man that was cited had a Jesus hat on. He said that he was doing this in the name of Jesus. So in verse 19, but Peter and John replied, which is right in God's eyes, to listen to you or to him? So here they're being told to stop. They're being told to stop doing things in the name of Jesus, and just as the man in Daytona was. And here's the response Peter and John give, which is right in God's eyes, to listen to you or to him. And then he said, you be the judges. As for us, we cannot help speaking about what we have seen and heard. So here they're told that they need to stop doing this stuff in the name of Jesus, and they said, well, okay, you be the judge of whether we should listen to God or you, but we're going to listen to God. And I think that's the same thing that we should say today. So today we're actually even a little bit more threatened by the police and the thought of being put before a judge. So it tends to it scares us off. But I want to go to another passage quickly that you might be familiar with about this whole idea of judgment and which judge you should be more concerned with. Should we be concerned with the local judge or the judge on the day of judgment? Let me read this. Matthew chapter 25, verse 41. Then he will say to those on the left, depart from me, you who are cursed, and into the eternal fire prepared for the devils and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, and you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison, and you did not look after me. He's going to say that. Now, which judge are you more concerned about? The one that's going to say, well, here, I'm going to offer you a little fine and jail time, or the one that's going to say, depart from me, you who are accursed, into the eternal fire prepared for devil and his angels? See, I think when we are out doing the Lord's work and the world or society tries to stop us, we have a choice to make. Are we going to listen to the local man-appointed judge, or are we going to do what is right in God's eyes? But I'm going to let you be the judge. Have a great day. God bless.